So
when she was rapping, was she better than you at that time?
I wasn't rapping at all.
Oh,
she was rapping because
yeah.
I wasn't really into it like that. You feel me? But she, like my sister, like people used to call her up and be like, "Yo, rap." And like I remember one time we in the house because this is the time of house phones. We get a call and like, "Hello, can I speak to Tisha?" I'm like, "Tisha, the phone." There's somebody on the phone like, "Yo, I got Twisted here. I want you to rap for him." You feel me? And
that means she was LL.
Yeah, she's dope.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And she rap for him. She's rapping for him, you know what I mean? And I don't know what ended up playing out with that, but you feel me? Like, but stuff like that used to happen. Like, people just call, like, yo, boom. Then, like, yo, let me speak to Tisha. Tisha's phone. And then I just hear her rapping for like 30 minutes. You feel me?
Right.
So she used to
that shit. Let me ask you this: Do you know if anybody else in your family right besides your sister and you? Anybody else in your family right?
So my mom say this all the time that I get all my talents from her. She's like, "You a writer?" Because she don't write. My mama says, my speech is impeccable. I talk that talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, "You got it from me." She said my great uncle was like a guitarist in a band, old school joint. She said my grandfather was a singer. You know what I mean? I don't think her mother did anything particular. My cousin, he's a rapper. His name Left Lane. He raps. I got another cousin in Minnesota. His name S. Madison. He raps and he DJs. I got another cousin named Ebony. She writes books. She's on her second book, I think, right now as we speak. It's like, so my family.
It's in our blood, basically.
It's in our blood.
Yeah.
So I be telling my little sister, she be like, she's like, "You got all of the talent," and I'm like, "That's not true. Like, the sponge I got in me, it's genetics. You got it too. You just ain't trying." You feel me? I started painting. I picked up a paintbrush and I started painting, and I sold a painting for $500 in a couple months of me starting to paint.
That's dope, bro.
I just said, I done sold over $1,000 in paintings.
That's one of the gifts I wish I had.
Pick it up, do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you.
Bro, every time I try, that shit be look like a 4-year-old did.
Whenever, like, people be like, "Yo, you've been drawing your whole life." I don't know how to draw at all. I don't know how to draw.
If I show you one of my paintings, you be like, "Yeah, yo, Milk, stick to writing."
But I know
that's
I'm a sponge.
You say that's a gift, bro. Can you draw? I can't draw at all, bro. My shit is trash, bro.
But I feel like
I wish I could sing too. That's the only two things I wish I could do: sing real good and draw.
Yeah, I be singing. So even with singing, I sing a lot. I sing a lot. I don't know how to sing at all. I sound horrible. I just sing because it make me feel good. You know what I mean? Like, you can't sing, or I'm one of them people who will just sing without knowing none of the lyrics, and I'll just be, and they're like, "You don't say that."
You just having a good time, just the vibe.
Because it just makes me feel good. I don't care what the lyrics say. I like the melody. I like the tune. I like the rip. You know what I mean?
The way you broke down your mother just now, she seemed like a cool person. Break down the type of person your mother is.
So my mom's is I wish my moms would go sit down somewhere. Like, she's an in crowd. Like, she's a cool mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom's like, she older. She need to chill, mom. Go look at Golden Girls or something like that. My mom's just still trying to party. You know what I mean? Hang out. My mom's, she be at my show supporting. You know, she be trying to be into the fashion. You know, she be making her own clothes. Actually, I'm about to buy her a sewing machine. Like, coming up. My mom's is a person who is a sponge as well, but my mom's never had the privilege to be able to be around someone with substance that can put into her. So my mom's taught us, me and my sister got into an argument, my little sister, we got into an argument one day, and I was like, I'm the way I am because growing up, my mama taught me that you grind for the future, you get it, you build it up, and you get a strong structure where you can build your family on. And then my little sister was like, no, she didn't. She never taught us that. You probably got that in the wind somewhere, but she never taught us that. She taught us paycheck to paycheck. Get a paycheck so you can pay your bills. And I was like, no, she didn't. And we went to my mom's, and she was like, yeah, no. Get a job, 40 hours a week, pay your bills, sustain. And I was like, oh. And so that made me like, okay, I surpassed my mother in understanding.
Most definitely.
My mom is a very wise woman.
You're supposed to, though.
Yeah, she's very street smart. Me and my mom's like, if she called me right now, we'll be literally on the phone for like 2 hours talking about like energy. Like, Mom, you gotta think positive. Mama, you gotta speak affirmations. Mama, you gotta have an understanding. Like, she don't, and she just don't know. She didn't know. Nobody ever told her that you are what you think. What you speak in this world will manifest itself into reality. No one ever talked to her about the 48 laws of power, or 21 laws of leadership, or the art of war by Sun Tzu, or just being methodical in your walk and your talk. No one ever taught her that. She's a sponge. So what I say to her, she'll regurgitate in back to me. If I'm doing like, you feel me? My mom, so right now, to this day, like, I'm in a constant student teacher, because my mom's has the wisdom of life on her side. So we'll get out, if like say you did something that I'm not sure about, Milk, like I'll hit my mom's up. I'm like, yo, Mom, just did this interview with this guy named Milk. I mean, he did this, and she'll be like, how did he do it? And he did like this. Then she'll be like, oh, yo, that like, nah, he cool, or that must mean he trying to do this. That's and she'll be right.
That's how my aunt be. My aunt, the older people be knowing shit.
So because she got the wisdom of life, and she's seen it all. She's seen the shystiness, she's seen the hood, she's seen it all. Like my mom, so I can never take that. I think my mom's one of the most.
She has a master's degree in life.
Yeah. She's street smart beyond, and I be talking to her like, yo, let's talk about that other stuff though, like what you don't know. And so I'm on the phone learning from her and teaching, and I'll be in my humility and she be in hers.
Yeah, that's a good relationship.
Yeah, my mom's is one of my best friends.
Yeah. That's how my mom's was. Yeah. Especially when you have somebody I consider, if you got a good oracle, call your mother, your mother and your father. Oracle, you got good people who can guide you through them booby traps. You good.
Yeah. The only thing I do, I got to be careful about what I tell her about certain people, because my mom is, I'm the only son, I'm the only boy. Yeah. You mess with me, she'll, even if me and you get cool, she'll.
She that's in the back of her mind.
She like, hey, you still messing with that Milk? Nah, Mom, he cool. It was just, we pieced it up. Nah, I don't like him. I'm like, hey, Mom, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit. Do you remember the first time you was on stage?
Yeah, I do. First time you talking about period?
Period.
Yeah.
Tell me how that felt.
It was. So I'm in high school, and I'm in PE, physical education, right? And I'm rapping, and there's a guy named Charles Kane, and I'm like, oh, chop up Kane and throw him in a bag like a drug dealer. And then it was like a few rappers in the class, and like I'm like kind of tough guy, like so I'm just rapping, talking about everybody.
Right.
Like, yeah, and you blah blah blah. And then after class, Charles like, hey, you got some skills. And I was like, yo, thank you. He like, yo, it's an open mic tonight at the school. I went to Kenwood Academy. He's like, it's an open mic tonight at the school. And I'm like, yo, bet. Like, you should slide through. I was like, I'm gonna come through. And I went, and they were like, it was a poetry open mic, but I wasn't doing poetry at the time. I was doing hip hop, you know what I mean? And I wasn't writing at the time either. And they was like, after they was done with the poetry, they was like, all right, we got some rappers in the building. All the rappers come up to the stage, and it was about 6 of us. And they had us standing in a straight line. And they put on the beat, and they gave a microphone to the first rapper. He starts spitting, killing it. Second rapper, I'm like the 4th rapper.
Right.
He kill it. Give it to the 3rd rapper. He kill it. And the crowd going crazy. And then they pass to me, and I'm like, yo, nigga, They was like, boo! I was like, oh. I was like,
that shit funny. The way you told the story, I'm thinking you made buy to this shit.
I was like, nigga. Boo! They started throwing paper balls and everything. I just stood there like.
Yo, what about the dude that invited you? Did you look at him like, you motherfucker?
He set me up. He was one of the rappers in the line too.
Did
he killed it.
What was it? Was he after you before?
He was after me. He was the host of the show.
How about if he'd got on you like?
Yeah,
he wouldn't have did that though. He probably like, you gonna fuck me up tomorrow.
Yeah, he was the host of it.
Okay.
And they all stood in line and I wasn't writing at the time.
Right.
You feel me? So I was just like, I'm a freestyle.
Oh, that shit.
And my mind went blank, and all I could do was say nigga, and they booed me, and I left. I was like, I'm done. But the crown and glory of the story is, I joined the poetry club after that, and then I became a host of it. And I killed it till I graduated.
That's dope. That's dope.
But yeah, my first time on the stage, I got booed off the stage.
That's funny, especially how far you came.
Facts.
Let me ask you this: how did you not let that stop you? How did you have? Because most people be like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit no more. What was in you to say, man, I'll go back and do it again?
Well, so what happened was, and this is my thought process. After I got booed, I felt like I got set up now. I was like, yo, he set me up. And I was like, I'm going to put these hands on him tomorrow, right?
Right.
But when I woke up, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to hurt him even more. I'm going to take the open mic from him. And then I ended up joining, like, the open mic was ran by the poetry club. And I joined the club. And then I was just in there chilling. Then eventually one day, he couldn't do the open mic. And I was like, I'll do it. And then I did it, and then I killed it, you know what I mean? And then he came back, and was like, yo, co-host together for a while, and then eventually I pushed him out the open mic.
Right.
I got it, you good, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I attacked it.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
Nigga.
Hey, boo!
Nigga.
Get off the stage.
That's funny.
I just standing like. And then I had to stand up there while 2 other rappers rapped. I was just like, I'm hoping they ain't got that on video so well.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's funny as shit. That's a good story, bro.
Thank you.
I see here you won a 2012 Poet and MVP of the award. Most Creative 2013. You won the Vanguard Award in 2014. You won a Poet of the Year for Urban Music Award. How do it feel when you win these awards? I know you touched on it early in the interview.
All right, so I feel like I want more. It's insatiable.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, it's a rough slope. Like like when I win an award,
It's a high.
I don't even be in that award. I'll be like, I want another one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be like trying to be cool, but I want awards because the awards is like a physical manifestation of my artistry. Like, oh, I worked so hard that you saw fit to give me this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like a drug.
Most definitely.
And I don't even really get to enjoy the award in the moment because I'm already thinking like, oh, I want to win, I'm gonna get another award.
Right.
You feel me? So I try to be cool.
It's funny.
I try to be cool.
It's funny you say that. That's how I be feeling about all this shit. It's like when you got that tunnel vision, you going in and getting enjoyed right now because you be just. No, this shit. I got whatever. What about that shit up there?
And it's interesting because like when you hit milestones, like in the artistry, and my bro Prince Boy is getting a test, it's like you think while you grinding towards this milestone, you think like it's just gonna be this big celebration, this big hurrah, this big oh my God, we made it! Like balloons and confetti gonna come out. But when you get to the milestone, it's like I got another milestone I gotta make.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Y'all can celebrate that. You know what I mean? Now I'm moving on to the next. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's how we move. No grind, no shine. You know what I mean?
What's how did it feel meeting Dick Gregory?
Dick Gregory, that's tough. That gave me chills actually when you said that. Dick Gregory was a. All right, I'm gonna be transparent. The first when I met him, he just started talking about Christianity and God.
Right.
He was going in like not good. Like he was just like, yeah, Jesus ain't shit, man, and yeah, and God ain't real. And he just was going off, and I was just like, like you really like, but he didn't really know what my religious beliefs was.
Right.
He just God was. We wouldn't even talk about God. I was like, yo, Dick Gregory, I love your book, nigga, and all this other stuff. And he was like, yeah, Jesus ain't shit, and I don't believe in him. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? So yeah, it was interesting. He was like I had to excuse myself. I'll tell you. Like I know him like in front of Dick Gregory. We was talking for about an hour, and I feel like we would have talked for another 2-3 hours. I don't know what he had to do. If he had something, I don't know if I just like it was just a free day, but he was talking a lot, and it was more about religion. And I was just like, well, I'm not really trying to like argue
about religion, what I believe in.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, so it was an interesting meet up with him.
That's Dick Gregory though. For me watching his interviews, he's he believe what he believe, and he's older, so it's like this is what I believe, and that's it.
Yeah. And he wasn't even having a conversation. It wasn't like he was talking to me.
He
like,
was talking back. It was more so listen.
Yeah, he was like, you about to get this lecture. You know what I mean? And I was just like, maybe he saw something on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That he was just like, this young man need to hear this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was a little witchcraft in it. You know what I mean? He was a sorcerer, you know that. He was interesting. I was like, all right, Dick Gregory, I gotta go. Yeah, let's do this again. Like,
what you gonna bash my religion some more?
But he didn't know what. I never
you never said it. You never said it. But most black people in America, from what I've seen, Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying all, but just most have been raised by the Christian religion. Yeah, so he probably just assumed it.
Assumed. I was just like, okay, like you know what I mean. Yeah. He was so forthcoming.
Before I let you go, is there anything that I didn't ask you that you want to speak about? And also make sure you talk about your Instagram, website, or Facebook, anything you want to promote.
Okay. So I mean, last thing I think that Atlanta and Chicago is the leading places of artistry, poetry, spoken word. I believe that Chicago has the lyricists, but Atlanta has the powerhouses. You know what I mean? And we got the Emerald Greens, the K-Loves, the Harold Greens, you know what I mean? Red Storms, which he live in Atlanta.
Yeah, he out there.
Yeah.
Red Storm Owls, Teresa Songbird Owls. Miss Carter Owls. I'm just picking
we breed some monsters.
We're gonna make sure and make sure both of y'all move here. We're gonna get a hood raised down here that's it.
Yeah, the real talk hood raises.
Yeah.
Like all Prince of Poetry. Like we do have powerhouses, but y'all got more international spoken word art. I think Black Ice live down here now, right? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I heard that he moved down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He might. I don't know. Yeah. I think Abyss would know probably because they run the same circle.
Yeah, y'all got the Abyss, Georgia. Y'all got some powerhouses that's like Tony.
Oh, I didn't even say
like
Abyss.
Peabody. Peabody Award winning. Y'all got like that be up on Image Awards, all types of stuff, you know. And I feel like that. It's a new wave coming around. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that Chicago is gonna be what Atlanta is, and I feel like the new generation of poets that's coming up, like myself, the Prince of Poetry, the Hood Raisers, the K-Loves, you know what I mean? It's gonna usher in this new generation of artistry. You know what I mean? And I feel like them, like everybody in Atlanta is legendary. They're legends already. They're legends. I feel like Chicago is next up to be legendary.
Right.
You feel me?
Most definitely. Yeah.
I
think one thing, this is my thought process on it. One thing that I think we got to do, whether it's Chicago, Baltimore, New Orleans, anywhere, one thing we got to do with poetry is not just make it poetry. It ain't about Chicago. It ain't about New Orleans or Atlanta. It just got to be poetry. And when we do that, we just rep the poetry. When we stop repping the city and just rep the poetry, we all gonna win. Because really, when you win, to me, I won. Like if I see you doing something big in Chicago, I'm winning still because it's still connected. That's how I look at it. Like if you winning, if y'all got a new show, I got a new show because you bringing it home to us. And that's how I think that it can move faster for my thought process. Am I tripping?
It shows to your moves. I see you representing everybody.
That's how we win.
I see you. It shows to your moves. I think so. I think.
But you said we won our legends. Yeah, I got y'all legends. Truthfully,
Abyss.
Abyss
ain't
black.
Abyss ain't Chicago.
He from Chicago, bro.
Abyss Chicago.
Yes.
I never knew that.
He from Chicago. Look at his first what's the name on HBO? They say from Chicago. Abyss. I interviewed him. He's from Chicago.
I gotta hit Abyss up after this. I never knew. I just knew when I was a shorty coming up, Abyss used to hit the circuits in Chicago. But they'd be like, yo, he's traveling. He's touring.
He's from Chicago.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Don't you believe it?
By way of Detroit, Abyss.
They tell me if I can see the shore.
I'm sure he lived other places too, but he lived in.
I'm gonna holler at Abyss like, yo, Abyss, that's my man's. $100
He
like,
good people, bro.
Yeah,
he good people.
Abyss. I'll tell you a story about Abyss. Like, I had brought Abyss to Chicago, right? Featured him out there, and Abyss so dope. Like, as soon as I picked him up from the airport. Bit, like we introduced Jeronimo, bit, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, and then he just started giving me all this wisdom. Like he started saying, he just opened up. Like, boom, Jeronimo, oh, you artist? This is what you need to do. This is how you need to move. Boom, boom, boom. Like, and we did the show, went back to the hotel, kicked it with Abyss, and Abyss, he was just, it's about, we in a room, what it was like 10 of us, right, Restore? It was like 10 of us. It was like the room was packed out. Everybody just sitting down while Abyss in the middle of the floor just talking, like giving all of us artists some wisdom. Boom, boom, boom. And so we talked to like 3 a.m. in the morning, right? And Abyss was still talking. And we like, all right, Abyss, it's late. We need to get out, get some sleep. I'm going to be back in the morning to pick you up. You know what I mean? So I come back in the morning. And no lie, Abyss literally started exactly where he left off at last night.
Oh, that's ill.
Like, if he was like, yeah, and I went to the coast. And he was like, all right, Abyss, we got to get out of here. You know what I mean? And then when I came back in the morning, he was like, and so at the coast, it was the, I was like,
I wouldn't remember that.
Yeah, I was like,
my mind ain't sharp like that right now.
I was like, yo, you know what I mean? And he was just super dope, like, you know what I mean? And whenever he come to Chicago, he hit my line, hey, Jeronimo, I'm in Chicago, what it is? I link up with him, we chop it up and just talk and just like, that's my man. He's so
down to earth.
He a man, like, you know what I mean? When I said I'm around men, Abyss is a man, like, you feel me? Take care of his kids, he loving, he real, like, he's just a real outstanding individual, you know what I mean? Like, so
I interviewed him maybe like maybe a month ago. Yeah, he good people. He's good people, man. And he got, like you said, a wealth of information.
Yeah. You know, and like I said, we got the Emerald Greens. You know what I mean? Powerhouse.
She featured for me in one of my spots at cause I host 2 shows down here. She featured at the spot in Fairburn.
Yeah. We got K Love. You know what I mean? So like we got some dope artists. I didn't know Abyss was actually from Chicago. That's so dope. So dope. You know what I mean? So so Jeronimo Speaks on everything. Jeronimo SPEAKS. jeronimospeaks@gmail.com. Jeronimo Speaks on Instagram. Jeronimo Speaks on Twitter. Jeronimo Speaks on Facebook. Like Jeronimo Speaks, just period. Like, you know what I mean? That's like, I'm not that hard to find. You feel me? Or what?
I appreciate
jeronimospeaks.com. Like, you know what I mean? I got my website, jeronimospeaks.com. Easy to find. You know what I mean? Blessings, bro. Like,
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, this milk. We killing ignorance one conversation at a time. Be safe.
all right, peace.